Today we're doing part 3 of the werewolf build. First thing we're going to do is take a fairly generic plain albino werewolf and with a little bit of markers turn it into something that looks a little more authentic. We're going to take the shoes from video number 2 and we're going to fully fur them. So it's more of a traditional look for you traditionalists out there. And then we're going to go with different styles of werewolf. Test pilot werewolf, high school werewolf, and then American werewolf in London. Interested? Here we go. I got this at Home Depot after Halloween. I believe it was like $25 and I got it for about $5. Unless you're a Alaskan or Siberian werewolf, I'm not sure you would be white like that. And it really doesn't match my nails. So what I'm going to do is, and I've started doing it here to this other mask, is I'm browning it in with the same color that I used for the nails. And just taking all the places where it's white and coloring it in so that it looks like that. And then on the teeth, I'm also kind of coloring those in with the 2 color markers, the darker one and this lighter one. This is an erasable marker, and I'm going to go in here and hit the gum line here, and then take this cotton ball and just kind of dirty it up a bit. But this guy's kind of battle worn. The black erasable marker gets him a little grungy. You could also use paints if you wanted to, but this marker I think is doing a pretty good job. I was really amazed at how well the markers worked on the, well, right here, but also on the rest of the other build. So this guy, he's been around. He's been chewing on some stuff. He's not a new werewolf. He's the local werewolf from London or Poughkeepsie or wherever. No more than about 15 minutes. And you really have a difference. The original and the one you've done. I mean, here's the bright teeth, bright red. Certainly you could go out with this and have a lot of fun. But this guy is menacing. And he also matches his nails. Because, you know, werewolves are always about making a fashion statement. This certainly you could do the night of a party. If you waited that long. If you had a couple day or so, then you could do the gloves and things like that. The more I thought about this, the more I realized that there's probably a good bit of people who actually want to have the complete fur cover on the shoes, and you want to see how to do it. So I've decided to show you. First thing you're going to have to do is take the laces off the shoes. The reason being is that you're not going to be able to tie the shoelaces anymore once the fur is on top. And I'm going to replace the laces with this elastic cord. If you just didn't happen to have a bunch of elastic cord like this, you could always go with quick laces. These are really great. I will post here or here or here a review of quick laces. They are really great for kids who don't want to tie their shoes, adults who don't want to tie their shoes. But since I have this elastic band, I'm going to use this. The same approach either way. If one of the holes is getting to be a pain, you can just take a pair of pliers or a screwdriver or something and just kind of force it through. I'm using probably about 1 yard of elastic. Now it's a little more than I need. Thin it out a little bit. You want to make it the same distance as a tied shoe. Maybe I'll use a square knot. Alright, tie that off and then do the other side. Another rule of life is don't take both shoelaces off at the same time. That way you have a map on how to relace your shoe. Laces are done, tied with square knots. Now you got to figure out how much material you're going to take. So I'm just going to take this piece of deli paper and kind of get a sense of things. I know I'm going to have to come in here and around the back. And then just trace roughly what you're going to need. Give yourself some overlap, of course. And then I want to wrap it around this and then cut it down the middle. Adding the extra fabric in here will only cost you somewhere between $1 and $2 per shoe. Just a 9 by 12 inch craft fur. There's the pattern, but before I cut it, I'm going to put it back on the shoe, measure twice, cut once, and see how close I am. And I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe a little bit more over here. The key part I want is just a uniform shape over the most of the shoe, and I think I accomplished that with this pattern. And I'll be able to use it on both sides. I'm going to come over here, reverse the pattern, and I got a little extra there, that's fine. Try to line it up as best as possible. Just rough it out. And it came through just enough. Cut a line right there. Now it's time to fire up the glue gun. So by the time I've got this cut out, I'm ready to hot glue. So I've glued the base all the way around. Now I'm here in the back, and I'm gonna just wrap that here and hot glue those two places. But before I do that, I'm just gonna take another piece of fur and wrap it in here. Cut it off. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be covered up. I am not a professional hot gluer. I probably use more than I need. Wow, that stuff's hot. Practice, practice, practice. There. There. Good. Now you got the whole shoe in here. Now you're going to wrap around and glue here, and then just put another magic piece there and clean it up. So I notice I need to cut in here a little bit more. And now just glue it around on the sides. Like that. Okay, again, sometimes it's better to do this little piece here before you do the rest of the wrap. So I'm just going to cut a piece off of this scrap piece. Remember, when at all possible, you want to go with the lines here. Hot glue at the ready. And there. A little styling going on there. This all glued down in place. If somebody is inspecting your design that closely for flaws, especially your feet, they're either very interested, then you share, of course, or kind of weird, and well, you got to decide that for yourself. Lots of glue. Here we go. All right then. Almost look like a pair of comfy slippers. Now that tongue's hanging down a little bit. You can easily put a piece there, or just cut the tongue off. You've got it taped over there. But I think I'm going to actually put a piece on and cut this down a little bit to give it some flexibility when you're putting the shoe on. Hopefully I didn't cut that. That would be bad. Okay, so the tongue's out here like this. I'm just going to take another piece, lay it over the top of that, and glue it in place. Now the bottom of this isn't going to show. More hot glue needed. You want to be careful of the fur. In fact, on the other shoe, I think I'm going to do this piece first, so that the hot glue doesn't go down in your shoe like it's doing right now to this one. Alright, center it, and then just, wow, hot glue is hot. Alright, now you got a little here, so I'm going to trim this off, and I'll probably use that up here on both sides. I know what you're thinking, it looks pretty ridiculous now, but you'll thank me when you do it this way, vice the other way. The other way is harder, trust me. I'm not sure I recorded this correctly on the other one, so I'm just going to reshoot it now. So you come around here and you hot glue the heck out of this. Pull the fur back. You don't want to get it glued. And just come right down in here. More glue. Boy, this thing's really taking a lot of glue. It's not going to fall apart, that's for sure. And be careful out there with hot glue, because especially the high temperature stuff, it's hot. Alrighty. Center it as best as you can. Lay down the center and then just push around toward the bottom. And like, you're gonna have a little bit offset there, that's fine. It's to be expected. Don't worry, you'll use that up here, so it won't be wasted. Center it out. And now I'm going to try something a little different on this one. I'm going to go a little bit here and a little bit here instead of one side. Try to keep it symmetrical. Alright, I'm doing a little bit at a time. Pulling it up. Yeah, that works a little better. Recommend you do it this way that I'm doing it now. Now you've gotten to the final part, and actually the fun part of putting the costume together. I've got a leather jacket here. It just happens to be a W, and it's not for werewolf, but hey, we'll go with it that way. And because it's black fur, you want to start with a black shirt. If you had a gray fur, here's one with gray fur. This is a bear. Another great deal, another $5 costume. You would go with a gray shirt to help it blend in. I gotta say something here. If you look at all the costumes, for some reason, all the werewolves are wearing flannel shirts, and they're all kind of cut up. Why? Did every werewolf, or every person that decided they turned into a werewolf wanted to have a flannel shirt? To me, it's whatever you happen to be doing. Maybe you're a pilot, you know, a test pilot or something like that, werewolf. So we're gonna try that one out. The leather jacket. Maybe you're going for the American Werewolf in London look. So we'll try all those and see how it looks. But first, let's go with the leather jacket. So I'll put this on. And you just have to trust me on the shoes. They work, they're really great. Put those off to the side. And then you want to put the mask on. And you can actually move this mask a little bit because of the jaw. And you want to tuck it in. Maybe you need a little help. Clip in the back, maybe. And then get the coat over that. And if you're real self-conscious about the fur, you can either extend a piece down here or just put the jacket up all the way. Put on a pair of jeans or something like that. Put on the gloves. And there you go. You're ready to be a werewolf. A teen werewolf. So I like this. The colors, all that. I think it works. Post in the comments below which one is your favorite werewolf costume. Now let's go with the pilot. Or you use coveralls. I just happen to have pilot stuff. Whew, get that off Here's the pilot version, and you got to make sure you get the gloves. Now, whether you want to have the gloves on the inside or the outside, it's totally up to you. Just happens that with the flight suit, it's really easy to put the gloves on the inside. Now, I know there's squadrons with nicknames of werewolves. Tell me that nobody in a squadron somewhere has not dressed up in something like this. I kind of like it. It's kind of fun. And the coveralls, or in this case, the flight suit, it's kind of like wearing pajamas. Very comfortable. And here's the shoes with the coveralls or flight suit on. Maneuverable and stylish. Here's what the fully furred werewolf feet look like. I kind of like them as much as the other ones. They're almost like big slippers, but they're running shoes. You could actually do a 5K in here. So I can do a monster dash with these silly werewolf feet. And remember, always wear black socks so that it blends in with the werewolf feet. So let's go with the American Werewolf in London next. This is what I'm calling the American Werewolf in London. Again, you can have it because it's like an outdoors. You could use a down vest, down jacket. I don't have anything like that. Well, I have a black one, but it won't really look good with the black outfit. So here you go. Got a little jean action going. Pretty casual. This is comfortable. And it's a lot of fun. It's lightweight, and yet you get the whole werewolf effect. Thumbs up and comments, always appreciated. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more cosplay, prop, and all sorts of crazy builds coming soon. Oh, by the way, I want to know, do you like the Teen Wolf basketball running shoe werewolf, or the more traditionalist thing? Did you like the coloring of the werewolf mouth and the gritty teeth? And which was your favorite non-flannel werewolf? Test Pilot Werewolf, High School Werewolf, or American Werewolf in London?